The Black Star is the first sub-boss you'll encounter past Tier 10 maps while having the Searing Exarch as the chosen Eldritch on your map device. Follow your quest text to track the progress. The main mechanic of the Black Star fight is the spinning arena in the middle of the area. Each half is tied to fire and cold, with red being the fire zone and blue being the cold zone. When you stay in one zone, you'll obtain a debuff that increases the amount of damage taken from the zone you're in, increases the chance of you having ailment applied to you, and decreases the damage you take from the opposite element. When you're in the cold zone, you gain stacks of the Crushing Darkness debuff, which causes you to take more cold damage and be more likely to get frozen, but you'll also take less fire damage. When you're in the fire zone, you'll gain stacks of Annihilating Light debuff, which makes you take more fire damage and be more likely to be ignited, but you'll also take less cold damage. These debuffs are removed quickly by moving to the opposite side of the arena. Understanding this and alternating between the two halves of the arena is required to not get one-shot during this fight. The Black Star has two signature abilities, each on a 25-second cooldown.
Astral Avalanche
Is the signature cold damage ability, and on hearing this dialogue, you need to immediately transition to the fire side of the arena to remove your Crushing Darkness debuffs. Failure to do so will lead to you getting one shot. The meteors will destroy the pillars and have many large and small impacts that deal massive damage when you have a lot of the Crushing Darkness debuff stacked on you. So your only hope is to remove the Crushing Darkness and obtain the Annihilating Light debuff.
Solar Storm
Is the signature fire damage ability and requires you to move to the cold side of the arena to start removing any Annihilating Light debuffs and obtaining the Crushing Darkness debuff. This ability has 5 laser beams that track you throughout the arena. You can stand behind pillars for only a small moment before they are destroyed, so the only way to not take huge fire damage over time from this ability is to make sure you're on the cold side of the arena. Alternating during these abilities should always be priority number 1. The Black Star has one more ability for each element apart from her default attacks.
Starflare
Is her other fire damage ability and will cause her to leap slam towards you with a medium AoE fire damage slam. This ability is very quick and can do lots of fire damage if you have a lot of Annihilating Light stacks on you. The second cold ability is
Deep Space
which is a glacial cascade cast from on top of Black Star. This ability can happen right after a solar storm, so be careful with how many Crushing Darkness debuff stacks you have, or just watch your distance from her. The last mechanic of the fight is her reflections. These are mini copies of Black Star that will be resummoned after they are killed, with each having their own 20-second cooldown to be resummoned again. These clones will follow you and change the element of damage dealt depending on which side of the arena they're on. You can see which element of damage they'll deal by looking at the color of the reflection or noticing what side they're on. The Divergent Reflection is the caster clone, which has a basic ranged projectile attack and a 12-second cooldown ability which creates a pillar of damage in a small area, dealing damage over time. The Warped Reflection is the melee clone, which has a basic slashing attack and a 6-second cooldown glaive dash attack which causes them to spin out, dashing towards you, dealing damage until landing at their destination. These two clones don't deal too much damage even when you have the debuff stacks against you, but if you obtain too many of them, they will start to deal a very large amount of damage, so they can't entirely be forgotten about. The TLDR for this fight is to alternate quickly to each half of the arena and make sure you're on the fire side for Astral Avalanche or the cold side for Solar Storm without forgetting completely about the clones, and moving away quickly from Black Star to dodge the Glacial Cascade ability and the Star Flare Leap Slam. Anyways, thanks for watching and listening along. Hopefully this helped you guys. This can be very confusing your first time through, but once you get that initial mechanic down, it really does become very easy, especially if you got some nice recovery like the Pathfinder Flask tech. Anyways, like, subscribe, catch me on Twitch, and let me know if you want more boss videos like this. This took a lot of time, honestly, but I don't know, it was pretty fun. I think the edited quality was really nice. So let me know if you want me to do this kind of video for all the other bosses as well, including the Eater of Worlds and etc. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Bye!